Hey guys, and welcome to the Mysteries of Selindor, episode number 70. Hosting this session is Starbuck, the true DM. She is
Hi.
going to
Adorable.
make everything great, right, Starbuck? Say hi to everybody. Say, I am the DM, I am the master of the worlds.
Yeah, because not only does she purr, but she also jingles now. And
So, she's a troublemaker. Anyways, it's been a little while since we played, so hopefully this recap will be enough. I never write recaps, but I did for today. So, I still did it from memory, because...
we'll see how good your memory is then.
Yeah. Anyways, let's go. So, last time... Come here, baby. New Death spent their first day as residents of the Ledge. It was not the first day that they expected, as everyone was enjoying Farron's Day, which is basically just the Friday of Selindor. However, here in this one place of hope and respite within the Cauldron of Judgment, the Farron's Day that they had going on was a little bit different, as our team had to tiptoe their way around undulating activities and unmentionable deeds. They still worked very hard to establish a plan to pursue the matron and clear the cauldron. So, they went to the top of the ledge and sought the discussion with Captain Blackfoot, who introduced them to the mechanic, known as Dr. Theodore St. Chortle, and Glass, the lead scout of the Blackfoot Rangers. Together they formed a plan to take a 3-day journey to a wreck on the shelf known to contain zephyrite, a material that is going to be the key to them making an attempt at the heart of the cauldron as soon as possible. Unfortunately, that wreck is nested by yetis and is frequented by a demon goat that has become something of a boogeyman to the residents of pretty much the entire cauldron. At Glass's request, they decided to allow the other rangers to conclude their Farron's Day activities while they sojourned to a secluded place overlooking the barren ice flows of the cauldron, eating grilled ice salamander, and preparing themselves for the dangerous journey ahead. So, where I left you guys at, and my memory might be a little bit fuzzy, everybody was chilling and relaxing all cool, and eating some food, looking out over the sort of... At this point, when I say glass, you guys got to know it's Aquam. But looking through this Aquam screen out into the expanse of the flows ahead of them, you can sort of see the horizon with a little bit of sunlight sort of starting to fall over the edge. And, here, watching the sunlight, which appears like the sun is at its zenith at all points, once it hits that edge, it seems to fall over the horizon. You guys are watching as the colors begin to really change. You get like a bunch of very strong, like pink and purple hues that you wouldn't get with a natural sunset, rather. So, as you are sitting, eating your good berries, your ice salamander, and imbibing anything you might have found that could you can enjoy. I think somebody might have been making some tea, but I really can't remember. So, we'll open with that. It is your guys' day. I'll say it's about... let's say it's about 5 o'clock. And it is Farron's Day at the ledge. There are individuals who are still probably doing some canoodling, but for the most part it has died down, and people are mostly sitting around in comfortable seating positions, like around in like different lounges, and they're just spending time speaking to one another. And you can just tell that the atmosphere there is very relaxed and... Hey! Come here.
You might want to just let her out.
She is
It's
very
relaxed.
vocal today.
She doesn't want to be in here. She wants to be out, but Grandma could accidentally let her out into oblivion and we'll never see her again.
I did close the garage, but...
Yeah. But Grandma forgot where her room was today, so... So anyways...
Oh, it's God. It's way too dark.
So the day that is pretty dark. So the day is yours, guys. Cleary is sitting there eating with you all. I think everybody's there except Auren, or did Auren come back and join?
No, I was working on my stuff and I asked them to bring me something.
Oh yeah. So they all settled down and didn't bring you anything. I'm sure they bring you something eventually. Okay, I'm just gonna let her out.
By the time it gets to me.
Yeah, it's gonna be real cold meat.
Cold soup. No, it's gonna be cold soup. We're gonna go find
Someone
some.
could press the refrigerator back hot.
Oh, that's right. You can warm stuff up.
That is true. Oh, that was bad. Okay, so the evening is yours. There are other individuals that have found a position in the same zone that you guys are, which is basically one deck above the main deck of the ledge, and you're just kind of sitting there in front of it. It's very beautiful, very relaxing. What would you like to do?
I think I saved it.
I have so much Starbucks fuzz on my nose. I hate it so much.
That's why you don't rub your face in the cat, babe. Okay. So, what time did you say it was? It's like early evening?
It's about 5 o'clock. But as long as you guys have sat in silence, about 6 o'clock.
We're sitting having dinner. God.
Yeah.
It's been so long.
I remember we were having some conversations, like
Yeah, I thought to
your
go
favorite
back and
foods.
watch. Oh,
And perhaps you talked about her wife.
That's
mhm.
right.
I think Auren talked about what he saw a little bit too, like
I
some
think
stuff
they-
that he had going on.
I think they asked me something about Northot.
Yeah, that happened recently. Not during this dinner, but
Oh,
Well, it was
yeah.
over the rings there, I believe.
Yeah, because we were wondering what we might be going up against.
Well,
I think that is weighing heavily on Seti's mind during this dinner. Gosh.
Grim is just wondering whether or what spells he needs to kill Zodes and Yetis. So
right. Well, unfortunately, there doesn't appear to be a whole lot of resources around you. Not that Grim's one for research, anyways. But you can certainly ask around if you wanted to speak to any of the hunters, or you guys are free to go converse with any of the many people, some 60-ish people that are.
Cleary should see if anyone knows what bark skin or whatever the heck it was that we talked about.
Oh, was it mage armor?
Oh, I think that's the one, yeah.
Cleary's just kind of sitting there, staring off into the distance. You could ask him to go look into it if you want.
Well, currently, I'll say. What's on your mind, Cleary?
Oh, sorry, zoned out there for a moment. Oh, really? It's just the whole thing, honestly. I mean, this is the first time we've had a chance to rest since we entered the first cauldron. Like, really, truly rest, and
I don't know if I'd really call this a rest. We're leaving in the morning. But,
well,
yeah.
I feel like we took some time, had a meal together. That
Yeah.
wasn't all talking about business. I know we've been quiet for a minute, but I think it's nice just to be around people and know that you're all here today when it matters most. And I feel very lucky.
is today your birthday?
No, I meant in the greater sense of today. It's always today. We may not be here tomorrow. We may not be a group tomorrow. I'm just glad to be a part of New Death today, and there are some troubling times ahead for certain, and I think the idea of traversing the barren wastes ahead of us with some sort of cursed cold, it's a very serious thing, and sorry, I don't think you were asking such a
Her
big question.
arm around him. And give him a little pat, a little rub, and just say, no matter what happens, at this point, we're family.
I would like to think so. I'm glad that y'all consider me a part of your families. Well, I mean, not to presume. You said, of course, we're all family, and that could have just been you collectively, New Death's prime members. Sorry.
You specifically, Clary, and everyone else. I haven't had a family in a very long time.
Yes.
It's nice to have a group of people that are very different, but we still love and care about each other.
Y'all are going to make me cry. Because I'm sitting here thinking the same thing, but I'm thinking like, oh god, we could all die tomorrow. Some of us could die tomorrow. I mean, Auren died like, what, 7 times to this thing? And, I mean, I don't think
Then I'll
I have...
reanimate you. Are you okay with a different body?
I like my body. It's
Well, I
mine.
Hey,
know.
not to interrupt, baby. You should probably back off the mic just a smidge.
Oh, is it too loud? Sorry. It was too quiet
I mean-
yesterday, so I don't know.
I like it when you eat the mic, but when you do the SETI voice,
It's
you
too
talk
much.
much louder.
It's too much. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Is that fine? That's
That's
better?
much
You're
better.
fine.
Alright,
You're
good.
good.
Fuck, I don't remember what I was saying.
Yeah, you're worried that
Perhaps
we're
we
all
will
gonna
look to the
die.
boys and see if
tomorrow.
they have anything to say.
You look at me. He's just got like a bone as like a toothpick right now, going, huh? Like what? What? Like
It's okay.
I'm not there, so
We love you too.
uh-huh.
Like
Wait, I missed.
I'm sure we'll all be I'm sure we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. It's going to be fine. Everyone's
Why?
going to be
Why
fine.
wouldn't
Second?
we? Why wouldn't
Second?
we be fine? Just some cold, like some.
I just don't know if I can
Harry-
come back 7 times, you know? Can any of us do that?
Challenge accepted. I'm gonna beat his number.
Don't take that as a challenge that you have to go out and get yourself killed just so you can beat his number, okay? That is a
Listen to
last
me.
resort, okay?
But then I
Look
could
at me.
say I beat his number.
Sure, but what if you don't? Then you're just dead forever.
Who are you talking to? Because it's hard
I'm
to tell.
talking to. We're
No,
talking
I'm
about.
asking Bropsy.
Oh.
Bropsy keeps.
Gotcha.
I'm
saying
trying to say,
something,
Seti, look at me, and she's just bickering with mood like children.
I'm looking.
She can't get your
We're
attention
both
because there's
looking
no
now.
Bropsy.
How long ago did we start all of this? How long ago did we even meet? Just think about how much we've been through together. How much we've overcome. You have to have faith in us at this point.
You do.
What was that?
Just-
What was
Yeah,
that gag?
It's been like a weird 2 months.
Look at how much we've overcome. You have to have faith in us. And even... I completely lost what I was going to say. Fuck.
You guys watch as
Probably
like.
because you're
Why did you interrupt me, Gag? I was on a
you guys
roll.
watch as like a bird just like flies by outside, and Bropsy's just like, well, out in the distance.
And even if we fail, I think we can all be proud of what we've accomplished and what we've fought for.
Sure, but if we fail, then we're
Then I'm
dead.
sure someone else would step up, and we could be at peace.
Well, I think the plan would ideally be not to die. In general, I have no plans of doing it anytime soon. I didn't mean
That's
to
the spirit, Clary.
bring
feel
about such a dark conversation.
I feel like I have to confess something to all of you. One of the first conversations we ever had, I lied.
Oh,
You kind of asked like how I came to be in the caravan, and there was something about I said like, oh well, I wanted to leave my home, but there wasn't a way out, so I just swam across, and it was like really cold, and y'all were like, wow, it's amazing you survived. And I was like, yeah. I didn't jump off that cliff expecting to make it anywhere. And when I was
Oh, sweetheart.
up on the other side, I didn't know what to do, and the caravan was there, so I joined up, and anyway, a lot's changed since then, and now I'm looking at fighting this goat monster thing that's already killed our friend 7 times, and he's come back, and that's great and everything, but I don't want to die. And I don't want any of you to die either. And I'm just really, really scared that I'm not strong enough to protect all of you and myself and...
Babsy hugs, if allowed.
I don't want to be a downer though. You guys were saying such nice things, and here I
I'm
am
not.
thinking of these...
It's okay to be scared. I'm scared too. But if we let that fear take over us, then we hurt our own chances. And we don't enjoy the time that we do have.
You're saying
my wife used to say,
we need to have fun tonight because it might be our last chance to have fun. That's what I'm hearing.
my wife used to say, you should never worry about something that hasn't happened yet, because then you end up worrying about it twice.
I've also heard live every day like it's your last, so perhaps between the two of those we can treat today like a sort of stress-free, fun day. I'm not suggesting we go out and enjoy Farron's Day the way the people of the Ledge do, but, perhaps cut loose a
We
little.
should do something. We should do something fun. Something just for us. No matter how dark times get, we have each other.
Meanwhile, while you guys are doing this, you hear a major from seemingly nowhere, and you guys look down and you can see there has been a small, I'm not going to say explosion, so much as a small kerfuffle of noise and crashes. A deck lower than you guys and far out to the right along the wall.
What's that? Can I see anything?
Auren, one of the springs that was sitting inside of this thing popped off, and you lost the entire wing. Just snapped and completely flew off the hinge. So that's going to set you back on halftime for the next section of your working. So I don't know how much you added last time, but through this dinner and continuing on, it's halved because of your roll. Okay.
Was that his thing that caused the commotion?
Yes, that was Auren breaking part of his device for the first time, having a bad roll while crafting.
Can I tell that that's coming from where we're staying?
With your perception, sure, yeah.
Everything okay down there, Auren? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you can hear her.
I'm trying to think how he would react. I don't think he'd get mad.
Currently, there's aquam that has been refined into gas form leaking.
Probably just put, can't really talk right now, busy. And it's trying to fix it.
Well, he's alive anyway. He didn't get blown up.
That doesn't mean he didn't get blown up. It's Auren.
That's true. You're right.
Slightest spark might just blow up this entire place. Right
I don't know what happens with aquam when it hits interact with fire. I don't know what gas form aquam does.
Can't be good.
I think of it like CO2. That's what I think of it as. It's like CO2 when it's in that gas form you use it for. It's like a sort of CO2 pressure cartridge, right? But
Perhaps we should bring him his food and check up on him. and see if we can leverage him into doing something with us.
Oh, I'm more than happy to do that if you all want to just stay here and relax. I can bring some of the leftover meat. And you guys look and you see Mitnir's sword. Mitnir reaches the side, but his sword has eaten an entire plate of food, and it's just his sword sitting there.
Remember, it is small right now.
Oh, it
So
is
I'm
small.
hiding it. Yeah.
Oh, never mind then. Never mind. I just pictured your armament. Just retcon that. What were you saying?
Mitnir's eating all the food, right?
Mitnir's eating all the food.
No, Mitnir opens up. No.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
armament's
there's-
like this. He's trying to chomp off the side of his. You can see his butt kind of dragging along the side of the docks.
Just like there's plenty for Auren left.
If there's not enough, perhaps he will go back to where we got it and acquire some more.
There's enough for an Auren. Not enough for a second Mitnir, but there's enough for an Auren.
Okay, perhaps he will gather and go find him.
Oh, do you need help carrying anything, or what's everyone?
You can come if you want, but I think I can manage.
Oh well, sure.
Or you can stay here with Cindy, she whispers.
His ears turn purple. He's like, I don't know what you mean.
I think you do. She gives him a little pat on the shoulder.
So,
Well, the hip.
All
He's really tall.
right, the hip.
he's sitting down though. He's sitting down. If she stands up, she can
Okay.
pat him on the shoulder. Because I
Still
feel like
the
you guys
hip.
are all kind of sitting floor level, kind of dangling your legs, just looking off. So, is there anything anybody would like to do? Bropsy's heading over to talk to Auren. Anybody else got anything? Or is there anything? Would you guys like to go spend some time, just generally relaxing, spending some rec time on the ledge, or would you guys want to like? This is your free time. This is your free time before going on another adventure. What would you like to do with it?
Grim will take a nap.
Okay, Grim's gonna find a nice place to take a nap. You're just gonna like find like the.
It doesn't need even be nice. It's just Grim.
Alright,
He's
so
already
this is-
napping.
This is what I picture for Grim. I picture that people have just like finished like doing everything in the back. You know, they're all like Farron's day's winding down, has wound down. Maybe some other people are trying to start up some nighttime stuff, but that's not really their gas. They get it out in the morning. And you just walk in like on these couch where these people have been lounging around. Most of them are up, and you just kind of like lay down in the middle of the room.
Pretty much.
Oh wow, didn't like those, huh? All right. So Grim's gonna take a nap. What are you gonna do, Mitnir?
I think I just want to kind of find a spot to like semi-observe what's going on, like stay near the group, like wherever a majority of us are, but just kind of observe and just take like one of the bones from dinner or whatever and just start like, again, I'm gonna try and start carving from memory like Auren's runes, just kind of.
Oh yeah, sure. Make me a history check. That seems fair. Because
Complete a rune and you also explode.
Oh, this is great. It's perfect, Mitnir. 1.
one perfect. So
There
you
you go.
do
You explode.
a fantastic job carving this bone. You think there's no way this isn't what was on his arms. And you sit there and you just keep carving away at it, and you feel like inspiration overcome you as you start doing it. And you're like, this is it. Whatever this is magic. You feel your vision honed in. You look up when you're done, and you realize that it's the middle of the night. You've been doing this. You've been like in a trance for a while. And then you look down at this bone, and there's a light glow to it.
I'm getting better at this. Stick it in my pocket and head to find wherever everyone else went after my trance.
You don't know what this bone is, but just go ahead and put natural 1 bone in your inventory. Trying to carve magic runes on a bone when you don't know what you're putting on there. Love it.
I know
Love it.
exactly what I'm putting on
Ancient,
there.
archaic runes. The words themselves have magic. Love it.
So, I was right.
What?
He's gonna blow himself up.
It's possible. You don't know. You don't know what it does yet. All right. So that happens. Love it. And you spend most of the rest of the evening doing that. Obviously, you're still observing. Like you can still kind of get what's going on.
Yeah, the whole point was
You
just
look up
kind of
every
like,
now
seeing
and
what's
again.
going on and just kind of carving the whole time.
But I just want to say, in the general sense of things, you lose track of time and carve late in the night. Seti, what would you like to do?
So, Grim naps. Mitnir's off carving things.
I assume
still
Auren
working on his
is going to
shit.
spend the next several hours working until somebody else maybe tries to come in and go to sleep or something. Or
Propsy's
I
gonna go
guess
see Auren.
Propsy's about to be there and to see him. So before that happens,
So it's just me
what
and
were you
Clary
trying
up on the ledge.
I mean, I'm not too far away. I'm in the vicinity, but
yeah, he's in the vicinity. He just sort of, I imagine he kind of just backs up against the icy wall and just kind of like settles in and just kind of like looks through the hatch. So he can look up through the hatch, look down through the hatch, see the bigger deck below. Seems like a good vantage point. It's not more than 20 feet away from where you were.
I'll just scoot a little closer to Clary. And
You scoot closer to him, and his eyes are like dead forward, and his body is like really stiff, and you can kind of like see like because your perception is insanely high, like his eye kind of just.
I just wanted to say how sweet that was, what you said earlier. That
Oh, well, I didn't really mean anything by it. It's just how I was feeling at the time.
I'm glad you're here too. Part of our group. And you keep saying things like primary members or whatever, but you're not secondary or anything.
Well,
You've been with us since the beginning. And
I know that I'm not a real combatant type like the rest of you, and I try my best, and I'm just not a hero like you all are.
you are, though. You really are. You've done so many amazing things, and you came to save us when we got trapped in that stupid abyssal dungeon, and all the stuff. I mean, you were like a completely new person when you showed up, and you can take care of yourself and other people, and you do really good work, and you're very smart and talented. And I've learned a lot just watching you work and talking to you and stuff.
Mhm.
And I think, you're very humble. But you are part of the group. You're very important to us.
Thank you. I do feel very welcome.
Good.
Sorry, what kind of vegetable is this? Is this?
I don't
think
know.
he made.
it's a meat vegetable. Back to carving.
Why is it in stick shape? Never
Meat
mind.
stick.
I just stick with the good berries because I don't know what any of this other shit is.
No, it's fine. Bill's a really good cook.
Are you alright? I'm just like pat him on the back.
And he sort of coughs up like a full length like bone, like it's like really thin, tiny little bone.
See, this is why I'm a vegetarian. That's awful. Do you need to cure wounds? Did it hurt?
Oh, no. Don't waste your magics on me. I'm
Well, if
perfectly fine.
If I'm going to sleep, it's not a waste.
Oh, no, it's perfectly alright. It's just a bit of a scratchy throat.
Well, while you guys are having this awkward conversation, sort of staring off into the distance, Bropsy, you
He's
arrive.
mentally screaming, "Kiss it better!"
Just his scratchy throat. Just
I'll kiss it better. Going through your mouth. Ah!
Long tongue.
Hey, let me just get my grung transformation ring on.
Oh,
Oh god! Oh god!
I need a stronger drink.
I love it. That's great.
All right. So, you arrive back at your little.
Oh, look at the fluffy butt.
What was once the room shack you guys were staying in, has now just become a workshop. It's completely strewn with all kinds of papers and blueprints and tubes and different fabrics that he seems to have been experimenting with, most of which have been torn up and thrown into the corner. And you can see that there is still currently gas leaking out of what appears to be like glowing blue vial attached to what looks like a weird rack sack that's made out of like metal.
Hello,
And that's
neighbor.
Oh, hi. Sorry, I got a lot going on.
I can see that. What? Did he ever tell us what he was making?
I think so.
I think
Yeah,
you
like
mentioned
a-
it, yeah.
What is
Flying
it?
machine. Yeah, he told us last session.
Kind of
Okay.
glider backpack thing.
Okay. How's progress coming?
Oh, had a little setback, so it's gonna take longer than expected.
You know, we were talking while we were eating, and I brought you some food.
Oh, thank you. I could probably use a break
Do you think
before
you
I
could
break something else.
think you could come out and join us? Actually,
Sure, just let me put this stuff away.
can I help?
Yeah, sure. Just kind of shove it all in my backpack here.
Just imagining this whole room getting shoved into a backpack now.
So, do you think Auren has
Jiggle
any
with
organizational skills? Or do you think he's got good organizational skills just because that's the kind of person he is? Or do you think like being raised in a temple, like and not having to do anything himself, maybe he like isn't so like what do you think? Is he like OCD or is he just kind of like your average person?
I would say he had a very disciplined growing up, so he's probably very organized.
Very, very,
How
very.
many
Okay.
how many religious people say cleanliness is next to godliness? I would really hope that he's not messy.
Okay, so you get in there then. In that case, instead of things being strewn around, it's very orderly, but it does look like he's taken over the whole room. And as you help him, you start putting things in. He like takes it and you put it in, and he just kind of fixes it a little bit, puts it back in.
I hand it to him. So
Oh,
he can
even
put it in
better.
the correct spot. I know how this works.
Genius. So it's kind of like you're just sitting there slowly putting things away. She's handing you things in an order that you're kind of like used to. It's almost like kismet with the way that she knows how to take care of you and help you out with the things that you need done. It takes about 10 minutes for that to get sorted up, and then you guys are gonna head back up.
Yeah.
Okay. Meanwhile,
While we walk back, I will recap our conversation for him.
Okay, gotcha. So you know everything we said. Grim, as you're sleeping
Yes.
on the ground in this place, you feel like way more relaxed than you usually do, but you also feel kind of empty.
That's not good.
Like you're missing something. And then you realize that you're having a trouble getting comfortable, and you're not sure why.
Must not be enough dirt here.
Yeah, you look around, you look here or there. There's no dirt.
Gonna go try and find a much more earthy spot, I guess.
Yeah, I mean you begin investigating sort of like around. Make me an investigation check real quick. Conversely, you could also make a survival check.
21.
21. So you begin searching around the zone, and you check like high and low, and with the exception of small amounts of like dust and clutter stuff, there is no earth to be found here.
Mm.
And that is something that you didn't realize, I think, until this very moment, is that there may not be any natural earth or nature in this cauldron.
How am I supposed to use my beads? This is terrible.
Yeah. So That sensation floods over you for a moment. Do with it what you will.
It doesn't like that at all.
Yeah.
Is there a way? Now I have to find if there's a conjure dirt spell.
Start looking through your spell list.
Oh no.
That's what Grim will do. He'll see if there's a spell that will create dirt.
You got anything going on, Seti? Or you just want to wait till Bropsy and Auren get back?
I imagine the awkward conversation is continuing in some manner. I don't remember what was last said at this point.
So he could be evil. He could not. And I really just don't think it matters at this point. I think he's proven at this point that he's willing to go along with the group, right?
I don't think
it's
it
not like
matters much either. We're working towards a common goal that is bigger than anything else we have going on.
I agree, and I think he's proven that he's not only capable, in fact, more capable than most of us, from what I've seen. He seems to be a one-man army.
Is there, so we're kind of like near the eating area, right?
No, you guys just found a random spot to sit down.
Okay.
You guys are pretty much just near the edge of the aquam glass that protects this whole thing, that houses the whole section.
Is it fairly secluded? Are there people gathering nearby?
It's relatively secluded. You've got Mitnir about 20 feet behind you, and people are going through, and there are people at the bars and other shacks and stuff down the docks, but nobody really sits around on each deck in the middle of the ground area. That's usually just a throw, a throughway. It's not a place where people just chill. So there's people passing. Nobody's lingering except Mitnir.
Claire, I want to play something for you. I wrote something. And you know how I play music for Mitnir in battle. It's, big.
Yes.
And I've written something for everybody in the group at this point, but I haven't played pretty much any of them. But since this might be, live every day like it's your last and stuff, I'm really proud of this one, and I want to play with my last day, maybe.
Sure. Hopefully that's not the case. But by all means, I'm all ears.
So I'll just find some place to set up where, like you said, there are bars nearby where people are gathering or something.
Yeah, just not bars, quote unquote, but
yeah, it's somewhere kind of out of the way, but where people are passing and would be able to. Because I'll put out. We don't really have currency here or anything, right? It's just barter.
Oh, I mean, there's tokens that are general,
right? But
nobody gets to keep those. So
yeah, so I think Seti will.
People probably toss around gold coins, but they're more like poker chips. They don't have the value that people say they have, like real money.
Because I think I asked last time, there wasn't really any I mean, there was people being entertained, but there wasn't any music. Nobody was barding it up.
I would say that this isn't even something you have to question. You've noticed that there is a significant lack of any noise. The place is actually relatively quiet.
Ooh, maybe that's on purpose. Maybe I shouldn't make
noise. There's some creaking, and then the wind, and there's the bustle of everything, and the sounds of not machinery, but hammering and general.
Okay. I can be quiet than hammering.
It's got kind of a town sound vibe. People are working.
Yeah, I can be quiet.
But there's no music anywhere. It's just hubbub.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna find a place and just kind of pull over a stool or a box or find a barrel or something to kind of just sit on, and I'll play a short set of the group's theme songs, and we'll open with Mitnir's because it's lively, gets everybody going, and
yeah. So as you're sitting there carving, and you're in the middle of carving your bones, you hear your theme song, and you start. You're just not even really sure that you're hearing it because you're a little tranced out, but you're just kind of
gets the accelerated heart rate because normally it's during battle and stuff, just still carving away.
Yeah.
I'll just like introduce, my name's Seti, and I'm from a group called New Death. We're new here in town. I noticed you don't have any bards, so I hope you don't mind me taking the liberty of playing some music for you. This one is for my friend Mitnir, who is a real beast in battle. And
Yeah! Woo! Two people sitting on a couch, like just across the way.
And we'll kind of do like a medley and just like segue into like Grimm's, which is really earthy and raw and kind of meditative, very trance-like. And Rhapsodies is a little more like calm and thoughtful, like kind of like almost sad. Just like
This is the kind of thing where if it
thinking
weren't
away.
for the fact that we were streaming, you could just play the music.
So I did set up a thing, but I was going to use it in battle. I don't know how it's going to work. The VOD might get muted, but it's only like 10 seconds. I have like little 10-second excerpts of everybody's music to play during like bardic inspirations and stuff. But I could pull that up if you wanted to have like an audio aid.
Yeah, I mean,
CD.
it definitely helped if anybody knew what you were talking about with this music.
Let me
Like-
find it. I didn't have it ready
Just
to
because.
go because... Okay, so a little bit of Mitnir's.
Yeah. So you see Seti start to sing Grimm's song, and she starts off, and it's just like, and then like the next thing you hear underneath her normal voice, it just sort of like fills behind it.
Like a didgeridoo
It's like,
sound.
where are you making that sound from?
It's bardic magic.
Exactly.
Mhm.
She imagines her accompaniment, and her accompaniment is there.
So I've given Bropsy like 2 different songs because one of them is
Oh.
very like sad and thoughtful and like slow, and it's actually piano, which Seti doesn't play. But then I was like, for battle, that's not really very helpful. So then for battle, I picked out one that's like very primal, and it's all just like throat sounds, little animal noises, like.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I don't know if maybe Bropsy and Auren have arrived at this point. And
Yeah, I mean, they're at this point after playing that many songs, they're already in the audience.
yeah, so she would
So yeah, Bropsy walks up. I'll say just for the awe of it. Bropsy walks up right as you're like, and this is for my friend
Ralphie
Bropsy.
turns
And you
to
kind of
Auren. Would you dance with me?
I will certainly try.
Oh!
So you're doing something where it's like reach down with your hands while she's dancing on her feet, and it's just like a huge height disparity. Or you like pick her up and swing her. Like, how you guys dance? How you trying to pull this off? Or are you guys just dancing near each other? Like,
Well, Auren doesn't really know how to dance, so he's probably gonna do like a monk routine.
It's like Tai Chi kind of.
Yeah.
yeah. So he's just like,
But he might
I
like
am
pick her
okay
up
with
and
this.
kind of move with her. That's probably what he does.
so while that's happening, you switch to Auren's song.
Yeah, which is again slower and more thoughtful in this specific one, like segment. The idea is that Auren's going to feel as if he emerged from an hours-long meditation, like he can hear the universe. He has reached some kind of enlightenment and clarity in the moment. And
Yeah, it's just the sounds sort of echo and remind you of like those times you spend in that sort of dreamscape with your father. Just that sort of like silence that and the sort of mysticism in the air kind of fills you and gives you like sort of heat in your chest for a moment.
And I'd probably say during that song, the dance with Bropsy probably got more fluidic and
Mm.
Mhm.
Yeah, at first he was dancing with you, was kind of cute and maybe even a little bit silly, and then next thing you know, you're kind of being like moved through the air, and it almost feels like you're flying for a second, like you still
It
have
was a
wings.
mother and son slow dance, and this is the happiest day of my life.
Yeah, as he kind of just like guides you through the air like you're a feather, and it's just like, and like it's just the tips of his fingers touching the tips of your fingers, but it's like you're in the air
I
again.
love it.
Okay.
So she'll like just say like Auren and Brapsy are both really good warriors, but they're even better friends. And this group wouldn't be the same without them. And I hope they like their songs. She's like very self-conscious in between, but then like totally confident when she's performing. And last but not least, the latest addition to my playlist. Cleary, I've already told you what you mean to me and to us, but this one is I wrote it thinking about the time where you stepped up and rose to an impossible challenge when you'd been left behind, and it's sort of an apology for leaving you behind. Anyway, and it also
Here's Wonderwall. No.
Here's Wonderwall. Young mama. God damn it.
it's just like, if you return, call on me. I'll wait for you. Glittering on my own. Just.
So it's a song that's lyrically very much about like longing and
Yeah, and loss.
yeah, and lust.
Loss, but like
Oh,
having your heart open for that to return to you.
I thought you said in lust. I was like, what?
But like
Roxy
also,
right then would have been.
You guys can't you guys can't understand what it's saying at this point, but it says, and then we totally smashed. We do.
When that song ends, and I assume that you would be looking at Cleary and he would be looking at you, perhaps he's going to whisper under the ring because he doesn't have one.
Mhm.
Couldn't make out what he said.
Yeah, I think it was awesome.
Him!
Oh, she said kiss
Oh.
him. I thought you said awesome.
Him! Fucking do it!
Oh, so he's just looking at you, and he's kind of got like a little tear in his eye, and he's just like, "Thank you. That was."
Anyway, it said he's like really pink.
Love of God.
I can just picture out of the corner of my eye, see Mitner be like, "Huh? Who am I kissing?"
Huh?
Oh, you can send one directly
Rapsy
to
will
one
pass
person.
it up later. It's fine.
Remember, you can. It's part of the ring's function. You can specify a singular target or the entire.
Oh, then
group.
absolutely, I would just do that to her. But yeah, kiss him.
Yeah.
Fucking do it. Do it. Just do it, Nike.
She's just
Turn
sitting
off
there.
my ring. I turn it off.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not
she's just
actually
sitting there.
I
She's
said
sitting there.
kiss him once. The rest of it is just me bouncing up and down to myself.
Okay.
Does everybody always hear what the rings, what's said in the
No.
rings? Or
If you choose to, you can address the entire group. Every ring you can do
Okay.
open channel, or you can specifically send it to somebody within the ring chain.
If it's
Just-
Mitnir, everyone hears it every time.
I just thought it would be funny. Well, probably Grim too. I just thought it would be funny if like Grim like couldn't sleep because he was yes.
It's like kiss him. You're like, I don't know who it is. Oh, is it you? Okay.
And you gotta do what you gotta do.
Is that you, mushroom lady? Okay.
And tell her no. So
Not telling her now. What would you guys like to do then? The little concert finishes. There's applause. Everybody's kind of like cheered up. You can see that there's a lot more people. Probably about half of the ledge, including Captain Blackfoot, sort of sitting on the ladder, like got like one arm wrapped around, one arm around Kip, and he's just kind of like just sitting there, watching, and he's just got a big smile on his face.
Hmm.
And everyone, you kind of have like this. You look around, and it's kind of like this whole community, and you see Cleary sitting there, sort of just like teary-eyed almost, and he looks very.
But
He just sort of says, "Thank you," and then you hear "Kiss him" in the ring, and that's the.
But he just
And you know
kind
what? You know what? To give you time to even process this, we'll go ahead and take our break. It's 6:30.
Yeah, but we started at 5:30.
Never mind then. We'll do our break at 7. I forgot we started at 5:30. So say it's only been 30 minutes. 45 minutes. All right, go ahead.
So Seti just kind of like just waves to the crowd and to the kind of tips her proverbial hat to the captain. Thank you all for a lovely evening. I hope you enjoy the rest of it.
At this
Happy
point,
Veterans
you
Day.
guys you played for a couple hours,
Yeah.
and it's pretty. He's like, and you hear everyone kind of like claps and cheers, and then you hear, "All right, now all of you, you got a fucking concert. That's a good way to close out the Veterans Day. Now tight, now wrap up your genitals and go to sleep. We all got work in the morning."
You heard the man.
You see everybody kind of like starts packing up and sort of clapping each other in the back.
I put my instruments back in my bag of holding. Just. And
Okay.
I'll go find Clary.
Okay, Clary's just helping people clean up anything that they had, and sort of like cleaning up the zone, picking up glasses and stuff for people who had sat down to watch and didn't put coasters. So he's like fixing the coaster situation on the tables. You find him busy amongst the kerfuffle of people sort of getting up and leaving.
I'll start helping.
Okay. Is there what would everybody else like to do? Grim's still trying to sleep. Auren, Propsy, are you guys hanging around? Are you gonna go do some more stuff? I mean,
I will pull the boys away from the two lovebirds who don't know that they're lovebirds.
Okay, so you'll grab you see Mitnir still sitting there carving, and he's like got this bone thing. And Auren, what are you doing, Auren?
I don't know. Probably just following Bropsy.
Mm-hmm.
I want to believe that Auren's got a sweat from dancing. He's like that guy on the dance floor. Like nobody else was dancing that hard, and he's just like the guy who like somehow just got really into it. He is a monk though.
Such
You're right. He
good
would
shape.
sweat.
He would never sweat.
Plus,
You're
it's
right, you're
freezing.
True.
He's got
All
this
right.
ice now.
So I guess we'll just say, more or less, you can distract Mitnir as easily as you want, and as long as Auren wants to be distracted,
We'll go over to him and be like, "Hey, Mitnir, what you doing over here?"
Huh? What? Oh.
He looks at the glowing bone in his hand.
What is that?
It's Auren's runes on a bone.
She looks at the bone. She looks at Auren.
I'll look at the bone. Does it even resemble anything that I had on me?
You know, Auren, you didn't spend a lot of time looking at your runes and tattoos and stuff. You don't have an exact memory. You know what they look like. You've seen them a million times, but it's kind of like me and my freckles. I don't know where all those are located and how they're situated. But if somebody changed them on me, they look weird. Yeah, and he had a lot of runes and tattoos all over his body, or brands, or whatever they were. And thinking about it, some of these symbols do match. Not necessarily the ones you currently have left, maybe a few of them that he's seen recently. Certainly none of the ones that you've never, like, you would have had to take off your clothes for him to see. A couple of them are those.
I've seen some of them.
Some of them are those from when you guys went to the bathhouse, the hot springs. It's pretty legitimate. You're not sure.
We were butt naked in the Grung village for a while.
That's true. So yeah, I mean, some of these are pretty accurate.
What?
The order of them is different. You're not sure what it is, but you get an ominous feeling looking at it.
Yeah, when we were in the cages at the start of that Grung village, they took our clothes and everything.
I don't remember that, but I.
Mm-hmm. We were wearing
was,
like
like,
potato
eons
sacks,
ago.
basically.
Mm-hmm.
Well, after when they took us out of the cage, they gave us potato sacks. But yeah.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, it's just Auren's runes, right? You said something about them like disappearing, so I figured I'd like try and make a more permanent remembrance thing. And he just kind of like, still kind of, just carving away at little corners and stuff.
Was it glowing when you started? Because
Like looking at it mid-year, make me a perception check.
17, 18.
17. It is kind of glowing now that you think about it. I mean, yeah.
Hey, a good craftsman can make any material glow.
As a craftsman myself, I don't know
okay.
about that.
Auren, you just
Does that seem
haven't...
safe to you? Because I don't know if that seems safe.
It's a bone.
And it's glowing.
Just looks at you
Are
like,
you
and?
She looks at you. Are you a magic user? Have you studied magic? Have you cast spells?
Do you remember the whole exam we took to get into school?
You didn't even realize it was glowing!
I passed that exam, so I must be talented.
He did get into a school for magic.
Can I see that? She tries to.
He hands it over, like,
You're looking at this bone, and honestly, Bropsy, you're not certain about whether or not that looks safe to touch. But do what you can by your own will. I'm just saying it gives a little bit of an ominous feeling.
I don't.
Do you have that shrunken head thing?
I don't know where the shrunken head is.
Someone has that.
One has the shrunken head. Or did we?
I think it's you, Bropsy.
Did we get rid of it, or did it go into a bag?
Not attuned. I don't know if I still have it.
Yeah, nobody's attuned to the shrunken head right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could.
It's not in my inventory.
Identify it with that. It's just a common white item.
Oh no, I do have it. I mean, we can also somebody can cast and identify, right? Cleary can.
Yeah, it takes 30 minutes to attune to it.
You can attune to it and then unattune to it. In the span of
Not
like
a
an
big
hour and a half.
Like changing your sock.
If I can do that fairly quickly, I can do that. But
all right, so you pull out the shrunken head, and as you do, its eyes are kind of like they're always narrow, but they look very narrow. As you pull the shrunken head out, and it's kind of like just like mumbling to itself.
can we talk to the shrunken head? Like,
You've never used it before, have you?
I don't remember. It's been a long time.
It whispers information to you when you hold it up to your head.
Okay.
You listen to it.
I do that.
So you spend some time with it. As you hold it up to your head to listen to it, it says, "No good putting me in a bag where I can breathe, you fuckers. Kill you."
What?
It's upset about being in the bag of holding.
I'm gonna kill you all, you fuckers.
Okay, do you want to be on someone's hip? You might get, like, cut in half.
Hey.
Not a threat. I just thought the bag was safer.
You can see, like, the eye kind of, like, sort of, like, slowly opens a little bit. And
We've been doing things that we're not prepared for, okay? So...
I don't want to stick in the back. I want to see the marvels of the world.
Okay. I don't know if I can stay.
A marvel for me.
Do I have a marvel for you?
First of our marvels.
I go outside and I show it the vastness of where we are.
Is it magical?
Yeah?
That's what I do, except once a day I will identify things, but I can tell you that that's totally a magic lace.
I can't understand when you do that.
There's a lot of magic everywhere, yep.
I
Super magical.
I showed
Similar-
it the bone.
Oh, I thought you showed it the landscape. Oh, very
I
nice.
thought it was asking for more. I showed it the
No,
bone.
no, you showed the bone. Oh, yes, the bone. Oh, yes, that bone has been carved with ancient runes. Used for trapping things. Oh, keeping things in. I believe that this could be used to trap a soul.
Oh.
Does that mean Auren can be used to trap us all?
Or has he already been trapped?
Are his runes just in a different order, right? You know, it's like the same sentence.
She's
but
just
means something
looking at
different.
Auren now, kind of
Well,
bewildered.
It's hard to say. You
Auren
rolled a
and
natural
Mimir?
one. Well, dicking around with shit, who knows? But then he says,
I will ponder this, Marvel. Thank you for showing me. Okay, so you've got that going on.
Still just bewildered, looking back and forth between the two of you.
What? They're from him. It's not my fault.
Okay, but you're not an artist or a experienced magic user, and
He's
yet
gonna undo his scabbard and be like, "I made this too."
It's actually very nice. He apparently is very good at carving.
okay,
Yes, little did you know, actually, canonically, Mitnir is a bit of a whittler. He
okay,
carves things.
okay. Yeah.
Just puts it back on his back and is like, "Mm-hmm."
Is Propsy like dumbstruck because she doesn't know what to do with Mitnir being right and her being wrong about something?
Just the fact that he made this and it has power and just like he okay.
It's got something.
I am impressed,
Me too.
but I'm also scared because I still don't know if it's safe.
Is anything we deal with safe? Ever?
Okay, but this can trap a soul.
I want to believe at this point, you guys here. Where is the fucking dart? As Grim's just like walking around looking for the dirt.
I can't even find a spell that gives me dirt. I can manipulate dirt, I just can't make it.
I just want to imagine Grim though is just like walking around, just like
Okay.
picking up couch cushions, like somebody has to have some fucking dirt.
This just in, we need a jar of dirt for Grim.
Aw.
That's completely up to you, Grim. I just
I had the car of dirt the other day. I had a bunch of dirt.
oh.
Any soul or just like
I don't know. It didn't specify. This could either be very good or it could be very bad. I don't know. And this also has me asking questions about you,
about me or wait him?
Auren. I said Auren. Because you're
I don't know what my runes do.
yeah, and if these are similar and it does this,
I mean, maybe that's why I came back 7 times.
I just like how nonchalant that is. It's just like maybe that's why I
is fluffed. She
Wait.
maybe that's why I've
Are
come back
you-
to life 7 times.
So you're saying like your
Without any-
soul
oh.
is trapped to your body? Like
Could be. If that's what those runes do.
I need those.
I don't know how to put those on people.
And let's nobody's doing anything with runes until we understand more. Talk to somebody who knows more. Anything, okay? We need to stop messing with things that are beyond us.
Gonna
That
have
sounds
to go
like
back
the
to the
best thing to do.
celestial plane and see if they managed to bring my father back.
No,
He would
no
know.
pancake travel, please.
Not to mention the fact that you have a very nice home in Elysium that you own.
Yeah, I do.
Just fucking full of treasure. Libraries.
Where this fancy robe I got came from.
It's on the side of a mountaintop. It's just like a
Which I think-
Tibetan temple.
That's where my weapons and my robe came from.
Yeah. Freaking horde there.
Call me the dragon, jeez.
So
Well, let's just hope that that bone doesn't cause any problems.
Never.
So that, Seti, while they've been talking, you and Cleary have become more and more alone, and you finally finished helping clean up the area. And he's kind of just quiet, and he sort of looks at you and he's like, "Thank you again for the song. You're very talented. I mean, I knew that. I've seen what your magic can do when you strum the strings of an instrument or drum on the guitar. It's different. Seeing you use it as just an artistic craft is very nice."
Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. It's my favorite thing in the world. To perform and to express things that way. I'm pretty good at talking to people, but I think that's just dumb luck most of the time.
Oh
I feel
no,
like
you're
I'm better.
fantastic at talking to people. I wish I could talk to people like you do.
You do fine. You do great. I just. You want to go for a
Actively
walk?
stuttering. Looks around. Sure. Looks up, looks down.
I mean,
Do you want to go? Just
let's
Yeah,
just
just-
go.
turns and starts walking. It's like, not sure where we're going. I guess we'll make a loop.
Yeah, just kind of meander. You know, no real direction or anything.
Yeah, you guys kind of just walk past like a couple of buildings. People working. A couple people wave at you. There's the one guy who goes, "Hey, music!" That's you.
Yeah.
That one guy who's like overly enthusiastic and just like,
That he didn't do it.
mhm. And yeah, you stroll. Maybe head between decks and just kind of see where the flow takes you.
Yeah, maybe find like a quiet spot kind of out of the way. Where there might be like
Sure.
a nice view or something.
Make me a survival check.
Oh no! I'm gonna die.
You end up at the exact same spot.
Take a couple
I
of
put
awkward
navigation.
teens.
I put
Oh,
navigation
One
in
is
the
leading.
survival
They're
column.
just
That's a
following each
natural
other.
1 for a 6.
Nice.
We're all rolling that ones today.
A natural 1 for a 6. You're not sure how it happens, but you wind up outside.
Oh, outside? You mean like outside, or just we're still out?
You wind up where Bill was doing the grilling.
Oh, okay.
And as you come into this area, it's empty, but your head pops up and it's just fucking ice cold wind just hitting you. It's not like the cursed wind, but it's like you stick your head up and it's just like
Oops.
it's like,
Gosh.
and especially Cleary, who's like a full foot taller than you,
Nope, not up
um,
there. Too windy. Too windy.
and he just kind of like scrunches down and sits, and he's like, "Oh, it's not so bad if you sit down.
Okay.
Certainly, if you like the smell of meat."
I mean, it does smell really good. I mean, I can't lie about that. It's
I
very
know
tempting.
that's not particularly your speed, but yes.
I do get tired of eating berries every day, but
Absolutely.
it is what it is.
Not that
What
I
can you do?
anticipated that much. I brought my own nutrient bars. He just pulls out some fucking Cliff bars and stuff. And it's just like, yes.
Oh,
20 gold a pack. I'm just kidding.
yeah,
A bargain.
yeah. Gosh, I'm really bad at this. I don't know. I feel like things are awkward.
Awkward?
Well,
He looked at you with just bewildered eyes. Is it about Grim again?
no. Just perhaps he's been saying some things, and I feel like. I mean, the message earlier, right, was live today like it's your last and do things, cut loose, right? Relax a bit, right? So I want to try to relax a bit and
Oh, yeah, yes. Well, I think it's a bit late to throw a second concert.
Oh, no,
I think
no.
if we and he's just kind of looking around. He's like, I think if we find somebody, we could probably maybe get like
Play.
a small drum. Yes.
I know you like me. Like me. Right? I mean, I'm not too experienced with this kind of thing. And like, I don't think anybody's ever liked me before. So I could, but I don't think I'm wrong. I don't think Props is wrong. That's...
No, I certainly have some
Well,
some feelings. I didn't know you were aware of those.
well,
His ears are purple. Bridge of his nose is purple.
I mean, only like vaguely, sort of. But things being
Well,
what they
I'm-
are,
I'm just,
He's just looking at you. He has like fear in his eyes. He's like actually scared.
I just thought, I mean, if we might die tomorrow, then maybe it should be out in the open. And I've never really been in love before or anything, and I've never had anybody say they love me or anything like that. And I'm not saying that's what this is. If that's a lot to put on you right now, but I do really enjoy your company, and I just wanted you to know that you mean a lot to me too. And I mean, if I'm going to die tomorrow, maybe it would be nice to see what kissing is like first. If you want to. I mean, no pressure or anything.
I have the bone from earlier. It's
I could probably...
I'm
sorry, I've made things even more awkward. It's okay.
He's just kind of like he's like looking at you and just kind of like having an act like he's actually kind of freaking out a little bit. Like, I don't know if you consider it cute or if it's making you panic as well, but he's kind of just like almost hyperventilating. He's just like,
it's okay. I mean, you can. If I was wrong, it's fine. Just tell me it's fine. No hard feelings or anything. No worries. It's fine. It's totally...
Fuck! And he grabs you and he kisses you.
Oh.
I was gonna say, cue in Sebastian the Crab with that song.
Yes!
Kiss the girl or whatever.
So he kisses you, and there's a moment where you're just dizzy, and then you come back to, and then he's looking at you, and
Wait, hold on. Do we get a performance roll for that?
oh god!
You shut your mouth. You let them have this.
Let me get a
It's
D100.
beautiful.
Let me get a D100 just in case it happens twice.
Oh, come on.
I'm just kidding. No performance roll. And he looks at you, and his eyes are very serious, and he's just like, I care about you very deeply. I do. But I can't. I shouldn't have kissed you. I'm sorry.
What?
I am.
What's wrong? Am I too young for you? I don't actually. I mean, you're an academy student and everything. I just thought maybe we were similar. I think I might be younger, but I'm sorry.
I work for your father.
What?
I work for Lord Iris of the Unseelie Court. I am a personal servant of the Dreamweaver, your father. And I'm so sorry. I do care about you very deeply, and I care about all of you very deeply, and I just... I'm not supposed to develop feelings. I meant to keep you safe and on the right path, and I'm sorry, I've betrayed you. Oh! And he gets up and he starts bolting.
Wait.
Like, not running, but walking off very quickly.
No, you can't just say that and then leave. I'm gonna try to grab his arm and, like, keep him.
I mean, he's not fast.
What? This whole time? Like, you were, what, a plant in the caravan?
No, before that, actually. I've been watching you for...
How old are you?
Like 19?
I've been watching you for 17 years.
Oh. So
I was left to watch you in your village by your father, and I have been keeping him updated on your activities and whereabouts ever since. When you hurled yourself from the mountain, I dragged you to the far shore, and I was instructed by your father to bring you to Selindor.
Why? Why? Why am I here? Why?
This is really a question you should ask your father. I'm so sorry, Zetty. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry.
So this whole time you've been... What? Like, you're actually... I mean, you have to be a pretty powerful person to have that job. Who are you? What are you... What... You've just been pretending to not be as strong as you are, or...
I might have a little bit more power than I've let on, but all of us Archfey must take on weaker forms within Selindor, and this is mine.
You're an Archfey.
He puts his hand at the top of his head and begins dragging his hand down, and as it does, you see white hair appears on his head in pale blue icy skin. His eyes are silver, but very shiny, normal eyes, but the irises themselves sort of a silver sheen. He pulls his face down, completely different face. Don't even recognize him.
My name is Valhadrin. And Cleary Asentov is the body that I have inhabited. A sacrifice made so that we can fight Nova. As are all the other bodies of important, powerful beings. I'm so sorry that I have lied to you. I couldn't lie to you anymore.
I don't even know what to say. This whole time, all of it. I mean, is he watching now? Is he? Are you? What?
He sort of looks off for the second and sort of does like a weird crick to his neck.
Not anymore.
So he's just been spying on me my whole life. Never said a word to me, ever.
Watching you.
helping. Where do you think these funds came from?
Yeah. Because that.
They're from your father to help you along.
To what end?
Isn't it?
What does he want from me? What do you want?
All I know is he wanted to protect you, and when you tried to take your life, he wanted you nearer. And what he said to me was, if she's willing to end it over nothing, she might as well fight for something.
That's.
And so I brought you here.
That's so fucked up. And I'm really mad because right now I really want to hug my best friend, but my best friend has been lying to me this whole time. And I don't even know who you are.
I'm an artist. Just a lot older and a lot better than I let on. I'm so sorry. I serve a very powerful, very important person who cares about you a great deal. And I know I have no right, but I also care about you a great deal.
Well, it's a very funny way of showing it. I'm such a fucking idiot because this whole time I've been saying you can't trust the Fae, keep them at arm's length, don't, and then right here, right? We've been being tricked this whole time and I didn't have the faintest clue and I should have known. I should have fucking known. I have so many questions. But I can't.
There's a very good chance I will be disposed of after this, so I will answer any questions you might have.
What do you mean disposed of? He's going to call you back, punish you, get rid of you.
I don't serve very much purpose as a spy, if I am known. But I more than...
I'd rather have the spy I'm aware of around than a spy I'm not aware of. I mean, part of me wants to say, fuck off, go away, do whatever. I don't care what happens, but...
If that's what you want, I will happily go. Not happily, but I'll go. And without question. And I will leave you everything I can to help with your journeys. I do want to help you. I want to be a part of your group. Yes, I feel like an outsider. Of course, I feel like an outsider. You're all children, and we have to rely on children to save us because we can't save ourselves or anyone.
Why? What's really happening?
The universe is complex. And you are so pure and simple. And the only thing that can beat complexity is simplicity.
That's stupid.
I know. It truly is. But it's the best way I can explain a concept that I'm not sure that you're ready to hear.
You called him the Dreamweaver. We've heard that before. Who is...
Your father is the Dreamweaver, and he has one job within Selindor. It is considered the most important job of any living being in the universe.
Oh.
He is the one who fabricates the dream, so that Northought does not see what we are doing. His job is to hide all of you. And lately he's been failing. Because you have all moved too quickly in things that you were never supposed to meddle in. You were meant to be soldiers, maybe.
They were not meant to be the crux of our plan, but that's where you're headed.
So, Northot has been peeking through this dream because we are moving too quickly against him for my father to keep up the illusion that keeps Northot distracted. That's the gist.
I can't explain it to you in a way you'll truly understand, but the dream is everything. It's not just some dream, it is the dream.
And the Dreamer.
And-
We've heard that too. That's another name for Northot? The Dreamer? Or something
We're not
bigger?
sure what the dreamer is, we just know that that is what Northot serves. Look, all of this will be explained to you when we reach the Nexus. When these cauldrons are done, that is where I've been instructed to take you. I was allowed to tell you all that then, but I couldn't wait. And I'm most sorry. Just the most sorry that I couldn't hold myself back. I'm sorry I kissed you. I had no right to do that. I'm so sorry.
See you in the morning. And I leave.
He watches you go. And then Mitnir is sitting there, and Auren sitting there in the distance. Probably. Oh yeah, they're downstairs, so a few levels below. But you pass them as you go down, because then they're still talking about the bone and all the bullshit. And you guys see Seti coming down the ladders, the sort of rope netting.
I just make a beeline for where we're staying.
Okay.
Did we happen to catch her state as she went by?
Make an insight check
Oh,
against her deception check.
oh boy.
Assuming you
I'm
would like to
so
deceive.
distracted. That is a nat 1 for a 2 while we're talking about a bone.
24. 24. My mom instincts are getting there, please.
Got 21.
Please.
No, I'm taking you down with me, Auren. You're so distracted.
I mean, I'm not.
I got 21.
If you're not trying to hide it, it's fine.
Seti's not trying to hide anything. She's just moving very quickly. She's just.
Okay, then 20 does it. Both of you notice her state. Absolutely. Mitnir, not you.
Auren will probably whisper to Bropsy. Maybe she should check on her.
Yeah. What should we do with this though?
That is
Stolen it.
mine?
No,
Like,
I don't.
Takes it back in his hands like, I made this.
No, she was
This-
holding it. She is not giving it to him.
Oh, no, he's just like, when you say that, he reaches over and goes, Pink, like, this is mine. I made this.
She was holding it to her.
He goes, all right, here's what I'm going to have you guys do. Roll initiative. If Bropsy wins, then she slips the bone into the bag before he can do anything with it.
Nat 20.
If Mitnir went,
Oh,
well,
really?
what's your total though? What's your total?
No, I didn't roll that.
25.
That sucks.
So she puts it in the thing and she bolts off after Seti.
Yep.
Eat quick sometimes.
So
Just
she's
looks
like,
at
she jumps out of
Auren.
your way. You reach
I got
after
a
it, you
20
reach after
dex.
it, and she just starts bouncing. She does that bird hop where you just can't get them no matter what. They're not even flying off, they're just hopping around.
You got mad
Mitnir
hops.
Mitnir pulls out another bone.
And just starts
Just
Oh my
starts
God.
carving the nose. He's just like, fine, I'll make it again. And is trying to, like, make the same one.
You know what? Go ahead. Get up. What did I have you roll last time? A history check?
Yeah.
This time go ahead and roll me a roll me a craftsmanship check. So intelligence plus proficiency. No, or sorry, not intelligence, dexterity plus proficiency for you.
So it's just dex roll and then add my proficiency.
Yes, that's correct.
That is a 19.
19.
Plus proficiency.
Oh, that is a 23.
23. You make a pretty good bone. It's not magical.
Just like looks
But
at it and
it
like,
looks really good to you.
just like, it's not the same thing though, is it, Auren? Like,
Well, it's not glowing.
can you make it glow?
No. I don't know how to do that.
I think
You
you can
didn't even
absolutely make
try.
I
Don't you have
could
a light
cast
cantrip?
I could cast light on it.
it
I could make it glow for an hour.
I just want Auren to just reach up and just go, yes, I can. No! Just starts
just
glowing,
One
shooting light
finger
out.
just boop, and it starts glowing. But it's the whole bone, not just
Just
the
like,
runes.
she stole my bone.
All right, on that, she stole my bone note. Bropsy, you chase after Seti, who passes right by Grim, who I imagine is like sitting at.
Oh no, Grim is shaking down a shopkeep to see if he has any dirt. What do you mean you don't have any dirt? Do you have any
I'm
humus? Do you have
sorry,
any
we're
loam?
surrounded by ice.
Please tell me you at least have some peat.
Oh God, I don't know what Pete is. Pete, Pete, is anyone here named Pete?
Humiliated organic matter that contains a lot of carbon.
God, please
Usually, it's
take
under
the
ice.
eyeball away from me. It keeps reaching for me with its tentacles. And that's what you hear as you run by Grim, who is shaking some guy down for his dirt.
Want some dirt?
Meanwhile, Seti, you are in your room, and the door opens, and Bropsy comes in.
I think Seti's in the middle of casting the dome.
Can I be here with you?
He just nods.
She sits down, pulls her to sit next to her.
I feel like such an idiot, Propsy. Like, I knew we were in way over our heads, but I didn't...
You're not an idiot, sweetheart. Do you want to tell me what happened?
Cleary's not Cleary. His name is
Nah.
Val, and he's a archfey. And he's been watching me since I was 2.
Oh. And
He works for my dad.
okay, at that point she will get up and she will fluff up again and start pacing.
And I think he really is. I think he really is sorry that. Like, I think he really does like us, and. I don't know, but. It's all been a lie. The money's from my father. He's more powerful than we thought. He's older than we thought. He's been using his resources to keep me alive and to shepherd us to Selindor because that's where my dad wanted us. And my dad's apparently the most important person in the universe. He's crafting the dream that Northot is dreaming to keep Northot from seeing what's going on in Selindor or reality or whatever. I thought he was Cleary. And I really miss Cleary.
Oh, sweetheart, she comes and hugs you. We all thought he was Cleary. We were all fooled, and that's on none of us but him.
So stupid, like...
You are not stupid. Being vulnerable is the bravest thing anyone can do. And I am damn proud of you for doing that. No matter what happened, no matter what he has done.
I just should have known. Maybe not that specifically, but I should have known something was
If
going
he's
on.
that powerful, you don't think he's good at fooling people?
I just realized that's why he doesn't like the water. He can't breathe in it. He's a fae.
No, he's just been holding his breath, man.
Just everything.
Oh, sweetheart, I am so sorry.
Never liked anyone before, you know? I mean, you know what I mean.
I know.
And I'm mad at Lord Iris because my whole life I was told it didn't matter, and it didn't matter who my father was. He wasn't there, so it didn't matter. I never cared. He's just been spying on me the whole time. He's only said like 3 words to me in my entire life. Just wish people would say what they mean and what they want and just be upfront with each other. And if he wanted me in Selindor, I could have gone to Selindor, you know? This fucking fey manipulation bullshit.
I don't know anything I could say that could make this better. But all of those feelings are justified. Absolutely.
I just hate having so many at once.
I know. I would like to believe that your father did this from a place of love, or whatever kind of love that he can feel. Some people don't know how to handle those things. They don't handle it right. But maybe that's just me, because I can't imagine a parent seeing you and all that you've become and not loving you. But you still deserved better. From him and from Cleary. I'm so sorry. What did you tell him?
I just told him I'd see him in the morning. I said part of me just wants him to fuck off and never be seen again, and I don't care if my dad's mad at him for giving himself up and ruining his whole spy charade, whatever, then I don't care, you know? Whatever happens is, you know, but he's Cleary. And I'm not ready for him to be gone.
I know, sweetheart.
I was just trying to do something new and silly in case we all die tomorrow.
And I'm proud of you for that. Perhaps we should all just sleep. And in the morning, we will all have a sit down.
Grandma needs.
And see where we
can
feel and see what we can.
Sorry, Grandma, what's up?
Yes,
No,
his
she
wrong
just
mic
wants
on.
to be
Babe, your wrong mic is on.
Oh, no.
What?
Maybe we should take our break, sleep for the
Yeah,
night,
let's take our
and
break.
reconvene in the morning.
Yeah, let's take our break. We'll be back in 5, everybody.
And we're back, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out. That was an intense first half of our session, first 2/3 of our session. So, you guys all, I'm just going to say, at some point or another, make your way back into the room and find rest for the night.
That he has the dome up.
Mm-hmm.
And Clary's not invited.
Cleary does not show up.
Was
I
Propsy
didn't-
invited?
Yes.
Okay.
But Cleary's not invited to come in, so if he were to try to walk into it, it would hit him in the face.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you do this. You set up the dome.
I think
So is
Seti's
that-
just, she like has her bed roll out and she's just lying like face down. This. And as people come in and, you know, start getting settled, she'll just be like, "Where's my Clary?" To just bring them up to speed.
Well, when we try to come in,
Propsy can,
we won't be able to.
not in the dome, but they can still be in the room.
Yeah.
We can't hear you if we're outside the dome.
Well, I can come
Can't I-
outside the dome.
I can choose
We have
what.
to be in it when you cast it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So Propsy will.
I would say in your state, you wouldn't even think of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just, it's just like
Propsy will
solid
make
black
sure that
from the
everybody else is-
outside, like just a
Mm-hmm.
full
like-
privacy.
Auren will probably try to, when he walks in, he'll try to walk in and he'll just like right over the dome. He's like, oh, pushes off of it. He's like, all right. Get some
Mimir
sleep.
then lays down on it, just like face first, smash into it, like and just like not a sad face, but just kind of like a, oh,
Beautiful. So what you're saying is it's just Propsy and Seti in the dome.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Girls' night.
So
Because men are trash.
that night you all have some vivid dreams. Most of them aren't worth mentioning. Some of you go into your inner realms and have conversations that may or may not have been real. It's fleeting. It's hard to say. I won't say them specifically because you all find yourselves interrupted late in the night. First, Seti, you can hear a clinging sound. It's light at first, just a little cling, sort of ringing out. Just sort of like a sort of dull, like somebody hit a tuning fork. Brings out. And then again.
I try to determine what the sound is.
Make a perception check.
Perception is over here.
how? Well, let's just do that. How big is the room compared to the dome?
I think the dome takes up about 75% of the room.
Yeah, so I figured like we're all like laying like wedged in
But
between,
you're between
like,
the wall and the dome, yeah.
20.
It's not super uncomfortable. You've never really heard anything like this. It sounds like metal on metal clanging, but it sounds like it's happening down in the flows.
Grim is not with them.
Grim is what?
He's not with them.
Oh, where's Grim at?
He's sleeping under the counter
Oh, okay.
because that helped him sleep. Because the guy's just sitting there counting.
Oh, nice. So you're sitting under the counter himself. Did you just get in the cage with him or something? What is-
Like just next to the cage or under the cage if there's some.
Yeah. So as you were trying to go to sleep last night, quick interjection. You trying to go to sleep last night? He says, "Trouble sleep."
What did he say?
Trouble sleep?
There's no dirt.
I'm sorry. Count sheep. 1 sheep. 2 sheep. 3 sheep. Oh no. 1,220. Oh no. 4 sheep. So, the clinging though.
I'm sorry.
Still
Was he
ringing.
trying to count the money and the sheep at the same time?
He lost count of his money.
Oh no.
So as you said you were listening to it, you can't quite make out exactly where it's coming from. Because again, you're within the dome in the darkness, you can't really see anything outside of it, except for the walls, the sort of cavern you're in. But there's a sort of the ringing out is definitely coming down from below, where you were before.
I'll stick my head out of the dome.
Okay, you stick your head out of the dome and you see Mitnir laying against the side of it like this.
But looks plenty comfortable. Just like can sleep anywhere.
Like Auren's probably got his back against the wall and his legs up on the dome.
I mean,
He's in a little V shape.
he's in a V shape. I mean, it definitely looks like Mitnir just looks like a lizard bathing on a rock. You know, just like it looks completely natural. His face is just
He's sun tanning.
just in a dark nighttime ice shack. So yeah, I mean, inside the room, you hear the cling once again, and you can't really make out where it's coming from, except for it's outside somewhere. So you go and you open the door out to the pathway that leads back to the main deck, and make another perception check for me.
Oops, I always forget to mute. Oh boy, that's 18.
18.
Mm-hmm.
You can faintly make out something in the distance. Looking out, right now the moonlight is astonishing. It's strange, but for the first time since you've been in a cauldron, the moonlight that is shining feels real. It has an energy to it, a life to it. It's as if this light that's been coming and hitting you at night was obviously never a reflection of the light of the sun. It was just a light. But this now feels like nature, like it has power. And you hear another cling, and as you do, you see a ripple go across the barren flows. And a shape briefly appears and vanishes. Just a flicker of a lit outline of a shape.
What kind of shape?
You couldn't tell on that first look. I'll let you roll another perception check when it happens again.
I'm going to nudge Auren awake.
Head back inside, and while you're back inside, you head back inside, and outside you hear cling again.
Or well, okay, I would just say into the ring, like Auren, wake up, and I would keep watching outside.
You watch, and there's the ripple of light, and you see that other people have come to as well, and there are people sort of walking to the edge of the glass, sort of like peering through, like sort of rubbing the frost away. Again, it's kind of hard to make it out. And then again,
26.
you see a humanoid shape. Whatever this figure is standing, it appears to be waist deep in the water. As it appears for a moment, again, like a sort of shimmering lit outline.
Is it huge? Like out on the...
From your estimation, it would have to be somewhere around 100 feet tall.
Oh boy.
That's a yes.
Auren, wake up, get out here. There's something weird happening.
You, with your 26 again, you begin to sort of feel a lull, and then ting, hits again. The ripple of light, the shape begins to appear, but you see, amongst the shape, you see whipping quick lines of light. twisting around it almost, as if the form's getting clearer and lines are being filled.
Quick question:
Mm-hmm.
Did you leave the dome and go outside?
Yes.
She did. So the dome collapses.
Yeah. So Mitnir and Auren both would have went and woke up.
Huh?
I forgot about that mechanic. So actually, yes, you do that. And at
I'm
first you're
already
just
up.
peering out. You sort of just stick your head out to like look. Then you come back in. And then you walk back out to when you actually see it and they... Everybody falls onto their faces. Absolutely.
And those props, you would awake at that sound.
Yeah, everybody's sort of waking up. But you guys just look through and you can see sort of like a little dim flash of light. And Seti just facing ahead of him, just surrounded from your vision with just enough light that it sort of lights her face up and you can see her eyes kind of flash and hear a light tinging sound. Almost like somebody's hitting golf balls.
Well, we'll head outside to see what's going on.
I think something's...
Well, I will anyway.
I think
Mhm.
something's coming through to this plane, this place. Maybe that's Agar, maybe something else. I don't know, but it can't be good. I'll just like to the other people that are around, like, has anything like this ever happened before? Is this new?
Oh, people look it up. They're like, no, this is. Sorry, I just woke up.
Right.
No, that's never happened before, man. That's.
All right, and just into the ring. Just, I think we should all go to the captain. This can't be good.
As everyone was going outside, I want to do that thing and then head outside after waking up. I
So
see
does
you,
it-
the DM.
Oh, okay.
If he's trying to steal the phone back, I have the bag.
I need you to make me a stealth check because this was said beforehand.
Not great. A 9!
Well, Bropsy, you sort of come to consciousness after everybody collapses, and you see Mitnir reaching for your bag.
Hey,
And do the
Mine
mom slap.
it's dangerous.
just heads outside, like grumbling.
As you guys see this, you can see that there's sort of this flash, and it's becoming unmistakable at this point, this sort of figure. And its shape is becoming more defined. It comes up to just below, like almost about level with like the bottom of the like the bottommost thing where Kip hangs out, the sort of lookout thing at the bottom of the ledge. It hangs to about there, just the sort of top of it, and then it keeps dissipating.
So it's in the cauldron with us.
There keeps being a ting, a like ripple of light, and then a sort of form that, again, it's almost like there's just like an aura that comes out of nowhere, and then suddenly there's a shape that's sort of just shimmering into existence. While you guys are watching another ting, and it happens again.
Yeah, it
We
kind of
see
like
any other
vanishes
movement?
between.
Between things, or is it like completely invisible between?
Completely invisible between tings. It like the ting, the energy washes over it, and you can see like there's more like swirls, and it gets more form each time, and then it just fades back out.
I'm going to send a message to Cleary. Val. Just, are you seeing this? What do you make of it?
Can we tell where the ting is coming from?
From the Barren Flows side, ahead of you.
That's the direction we came from, right? Like outwards?
Yes. Mm-hmm. You send this message, and then you hear ting.
How far away is that?
If you had to guess, maybe about 100 yards away from the bottom of the cliff. Not far.
We got to go. I'm going to find the captain. I'm gonna head up to the captain's quarters, I guess, where we last saw him.
Okay.
Or in like, and
Yeah,
I'll be asking people along the way, like, have you seen the captain? Have you seen, where is he?
Yeah, they're all sending you the same way. You quickly make your way up and just climb to the top. You burst through and you see, and he says, "Hey, who's there? I know. I'm looking."
What do
I'm
you
just
make
gonna
of
try
it?
and get to a better vantage point.
Yeah, so you can see like the entire top of his what looks like a small ship has like he just lifts some sort of rafters and opens them up, and you can see that there's just like this sort of like glass dome around the exterior. But he looks down through it. You get a pretty good view of the whole everything. You can even see the sort of cascading down ledge, the different decks below. And he looks out and he goes, "I've not seen anything like that before. Without a day."
Any ideas?
Honestly. He just creaches his head for a side, and there's another ting. There's a as you're talking, you hear Clear's voice. "I'm almost finished. I'm sorry. I wanted to leave you something." And then it's gone.
I immediately
And then you hear ting, 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 and you hear ripples and cuts and movements, and you see the form becomes more and more solid. And you see hair cascading down, a body lifting up out of the water, sort of for a moment, almost as if it's alive, raising its hand up. And then it comes and becomes still. And you guys see what looks to be a pure white stone, lightly marbled statue sitting in the middle of the water. It's strange, but it looks so familiar.
I just immediately send another message back. What are you doing? What's going on? What do you mean?
And he just says, "Come and see if you wish. If not, that's fine. I'm going to go now. I will see you when you reach the Nexus. I've left you a gift in the hand." And the message cuts off.
Cleary.
Casting another spell?
Yeah. I don't want it to leave it like this. Don't go.
There's no response.
Coward.
Well, to the captain and the rest of the room. Apparently, it's nothing to worry about. It's some kind of gift from our archfey friend. Anybody want to go out and see what?
He's just looking down on it from because from up where you are, you're looking at the top of its head, and you can. Oh no! You can see it, even from here with your perception skills. You can more or less make out the shape. You can see the flowers in the hair carved
Is it supposed to be her?
to this massive sculpture. You have a sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach.
Mitnir's already down in like the exit one where we came in.
Yeah. You're looking about.
Waiting.
Yeah, you're looking right at the top of like the back of the top of the head of this thing, but it's about 100 yards out, so but you can see it. It is a female form, sword at the hip. It's the back of Seti, large in alabaster white, glowing in the same color as the moon.
I think into the ring just goes, I think I like the original better.
I don't know, this one could crush some motherfuckers real easy.
Or a 24 nature check to see what it's made out of.
24 nature check. You have seen this material only one time before. You have a sculpture in your possession made of the same material.
It's the standing maiden statue.
So what would
It's
you
made
guys
out
like
of
to do?
stone, right?
I
Some kind of stone.
It's almost like a pearlescent stone. It's hard to describe. You're not sure
Are
exactly
you
what it
gonna go
is.
try to sleep on it? Because it's the closest thing you have
No.
to dirt.
I was gonna cast transmute stone or whatever, and turn it into mud.
Oh
Mhm.
god.
So I can sleep on that.
You can certainly try. It
How-
certainly looks like a large stone statue.
Steady, why? I just woke up also, but why is there a giant statue of you?
Perhaps he will. It.
That is really creepy. I think you might have a stalker.
Cleary's way of saying goodbye. And maybe I'm sorry, I don't. He's gone. I'm going to you said it's like 100 feet out?
It's about 100 yards, 300 feet.
And then how? Okay.
That's about 50 feet standing out of the water. The statue itself looks like it's probably 100 feet tall, but there's only about 50
But
feet.
it is out of the water. Like, is there like some kind of ice around it that like
there's-
somebody could
there's ice
stand
shelves
on?
that you could just walk straight up to it if you wanted to.
I will dimension door out there to get a closer look at it. And before I go, I'll be like, does anybody else want to get a closer look?
I'll come with you.
You're not going by yourself.
Well, I can only take one other person.
That's fine as long as you're not like I'm still talking in the ring because I'm just at the
Okay.
lower section.
Oh, yeah, you're not in the room anyway. Yeah, you're too
Yeah.
far away. I'll grab.
Don't you need tokens if you're going out there?
Shit.
We'll just have to
It's
ask.
only a second.
Oh, you're about to do that. He sees you whispering stuff and looking like you're getting ready, and he says, "Hey," and he tosses you a small bag.
Thank you. I'll be right back.
He nods to you.
I'll take Propsy out with Dimension Door.
As you guys dimension door, how far can you go with that?
500 feet.
You teleport right in front of it. You land down on the ground. You can see, like you sort of like there's a small shift to the ice below you, but not much. Just sort of sudden arrival of you. Sort of has it settled slightly, but you see this perfect, lifelike sculpture of Seti, fully donned in armor, serious look on her face, like the same sort of concentration you have when you're about to cast a spell. It's just perfectly captured, like in action. But your hand is outstretched and there's something glowing in the hand, which is, at this point, I guess, about 30 feet above you.
What kind of a rest did we get?
You got an interrupted long rest. So you didn't. You got a short rest.
Let me see.
I can wild shape to fly you up 30 feet.
I actually. Oh no, that's. Okay, yeah, sure, that works.
Or I
Okay.
could ape and climb up. Either way, I
can
wild
do
shape to
whatever
get
you
you
want.
up there.
What do? You turn into a bird? You're gonna. What do you? do you wanna
If
do
climbing is safe, I should probably do that because they
They
said no flying in the area,
So she turns into a giant ape, and which for the giant ape, it's pretty big. So you could pretty easily just reach up more or less at 30 feet and set her up on the hand. You don't even
Okay.
have to climb. Maybe a little bit of like reaching up, hanging, and then kind of lifting yourself up and setting her up on top by grabbing the arm. Who knows?
Mm.
But it's a pretty simple task for a giant ape.
Mhm.
So you grab up and you're set on there. Your feet click onto it and you expect to hear a noise, but you hear nothing, and it feels almost soft beneath your feet. Looking in the hand, you see what appears to be about maybe 1.5 feet long piece of metal that on one side is a 3-edged blade that goes to a corner and a point at the end. Sharp and slender, and it's made out of a sort of light blue glowing material. There are opals in the handle, curled in across the entire thing, incredibly ornate, twisted, almost like this light blue, the same sort of like lightly glowing blue metal. And crossing it, there is a hammer carrying the similar designs. And it has what appears to be a sort of slotted and strange handle where it kind of like curves out and pushes forward a bit. And it's weird, but I guess it looks like the blade could slide into the hammer. But they're crossing each other, laying there, and you see a hammer and chisel.
I'll pick up the chisel. Kind of.
Feels very strong. It is highly magical.
Just kind of look out at the ice and the water. I'll put them both in my bag and kind of look around for anything else.
It's a hand, which seems to have the same rings on as you do.
Stare up at my face for a minute.
It might be slightly prettier than you are, you think.
Alright, Brapsy. Bring me down.
I oblige.
I'll take us back, but I think you probably don't want to be an ape when we reappear on the ledge.
Everything just destroyed.
You'll scare the shit out of everybody.
80 years of work just gone.
I am people.
I'll dimension door us back up.
Alright. As you all find each other again, what would you like to do?
Go back to sleep, I assume.
So Cleary made that statue?
Yeah.
What?
Dropsy gave you the summary last night when you guys came in the room.
You think he made those other statues?
I honestly
Wait.
don't know at this point.
Wouldn't that mean he's like...
Was he the secret statue maker from the past?
Maybe?
How big of a deal is he made about those statues? He must really like it.
I mean, it was all a cover, right? He was... I don't know. I don't know how old he is or how experienced he is or what he's done in his life. Maybe he was the sculptor. Maybe not. I don't know.
Oh, he made this.
Yeah.
So he does care about you. Even though he's. Even though he fucked up.
I wrote him a song, he made me a statue. I don't know.
Why don't we just go back to sleep?
Does anybody, Auren, you like work with tools and stuff? And I'll take the hammer and the chisel out of the bag and plop them down. They're really nice, obviously. Very highly magical. I don't know.
I pull out the head.
Yeah.
If experience is any indication, you can probably trade that hammer for a boat.
You can identify these, can't you, Seti?
I don't
Use
believe
the head.
I was kind of relying on Cleary to do that. I don't have that ready.
Well, maybe tomorrow.
I have to level up before I can change mine out.
I think I can get it, but I can also use the head.
Like, is the hammer, Minior just picks it up. Like, how heavy does it, seem?
It feels light. It is everything that you pick up there feels very light. Well, the hammer feels heavy. The blade itself feels light. The hammer feels maybe twice as heavy as it should for its size. It's like not even like a war hammer. It's like a very ornate hammer.
Right. I think you could get 2 boats for this, Grim. Sets it back down.
Well, there you go. Two boats is better than one.
We don't need any bolts.
I don't think we need more boats. I
agree, but it's nicer than his last hammer.
guess it must be useless then. If we already have a boat, we don't need a hammer.
You're right.
As you take your time and you hold this thing. Are you gonna hold it in your hand?
Who, me?
Oh, I don't know. Whoever.
I was like, I picked it up, so.
Yeah, I mean anybody who wants to, you can attempt to attune to it if you would like.
I'm not doing that.
Can we shrunken head it?
You can certainly shrunken head it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Not today.
Tomorrow.
It's once a day, isn't it?
Yeah, in the morning.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You guys gonna wait till tomorrow?
Yep.
There are two ways to learn how an item works: identify it or just start using it.
I don't have any attuned slots at the moment.
Yeah.
I do, but I don't know what I would do with a hammer.
It's fine. It can wait till tomorrow.
I will help you out. The hammer and chisel are one item collectively. They take up one attunement slot, but take up both hands.
Interesting.
I'll just stick them in the bag.
Okay. You slip them into the bag, and the hubbub, people start asking, like, what was that all about? Like, just completely unsure. And then things start to die out. There are a couple of individuals. You see some lizard riders go out and begin scouting the area surrounding it, investigating it carefully. And then before you guys make your way to bed, Captain Blackfoot makes his way back down and says, "So, what'd you find out?"
Just a statue of me.
Oh, alright, breaking hearts on Farin's Day. Alright, fair enough. Well, best in the future we're all informed before your boyfriend or whatever starts carving things out of thin air and making big old statues of you or whatever. I mean, you gotta... Well, I guess that solves our problem then. Right.
If he knows a way to leave, how come he didn't tell us how to leave? Kind of rude.
We know how. We know what we have to do.
And you have to make a giant statue.
He might still be in the cauldron. Or he might have used his fabulous connections. Maybe he knows that planar travel spell I've been trying to study and make heads or tails of. Anyway, I'm going back to bed.
We'll figure stuff out in the morning.
You all attempt to find rest again. It's up to you if you actually find it or if you can't sleep. But for those of you that do, you can take your long rest. Finish preparing those spells, those that want to do so. Make a roll.
You're trying to steal it again, I swear to God.
A 10.
Yeah, right before
you suck at this.
you're in the middle of sleep, and then you feel something tugging at your back, and then you see Mitnir like a cat just reaching with his claw like super far, just slowly trying to edge the thing away from you. And you can see his claws out, and he's looking at you. And his eyes are wide when you open your eyes and look
I
at
will
him.
turn you into a gnat.
Wouldn't that make him more annoying?
Probably about the same.
I will hand her the other bone.
He hands you a bone that looks just like the bone that that he carved before, without the whole glowy ominous thing. Also, it's a completely different shaped bone. It's like different sized.
Just, they are beautiful. You are clearly skilled.
Thank you. And just like tries to back away with the real one.
No. I just want you to be safe. She says in a very tired, earnest mom voice.
And goes, I get it. I really do. I think it's safer if it's with me. Because if something bad happens from something I made, it'd be better if it happens to me, not the entire bag of holding.
Try to do a weird potion for it.
It traps souls? The bag of holding does not have a soul.
You don't know that.
I don't know that.
She just
shoving things in my mouth.
Just...
Wouldn't that be a shock?
A sentient bag of holding. Who knew?
My name is Stuffers. Cause you guys keep stuffing shit in my mouth.
Stephanie is much better.
My name is Stephanie. All right, we're done.
Stefan?
All right, continue. My apologies.
I just think we might be able to use it, and if it's in the bag, it can't be used.
And that's the point. Because we
Dropping
don't know what
souls becomes
happens if
valuable.
it gets used. We don't know if it's going to trap somebody else's soul. We don't know if it's going to trap your soul. We don't know what happens after the soul has been trapped, if it can be released. We don't know. We need to learn more. We will learn more as soon as we can. Please stop trying to steal it from me.
Go.
I wanted to use it against the goat monster.
Hey, we have the same idea. Maybe I'll get him to drink my potion.
For all we know, you try to use it, and you're the one that gets trapped. Potentially forever.
I will say, I don't think the goat monster has a soul. It's an avatar of Norththought.
That too.
Just like flips the bone up in the eyes, like, fine.
I promise you that we will look into this as soon as possible.
Just like lays down and rolls over, just like the little kid, like, like, fine, I'm going to bed.
All right. So as you all find your rest, it is not too long before you hear thum, dum 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 on the outside of the dome. Yeah. Hello? Wait, is there no dome?
There's no dome
No
this
dome.
time.
Oh, so just the.
Is it time to get up already?
Yeah, I'm sorry, folks. Time to get going.
Oh,
Glass is waiting for y'all. I got your equipment ready whenever y'all need.
okay. How's my face? Ugh.
You are
Well,
so beautiful.
your
dear.
face is kind of the talk of the town, dear.
Oh god, I forgot about that. That really happened. It wasn't a dream.
Yep,
Unless we
there's
all had
a
the same dream.
there's 100-foot statue of you sitting in our front yard.
I'm really sorry about that. I mean, what the fuck was he thinking, you know?
No, a lot of people are saying that you're like the patron saint of this place now, or something.
Oh god, that's...
Well, maybe not you, but the big statue you is.
Well, I hope she lives up and becomes worthy of such an honor. I don't know. Guys, I can't words today.
Grim will toss her a good berry.
Oh, thank you,
It's
Grim.
fine. We'll be there in a moment. We just gotta gather our stuff.
I'll handle the words today.
All right, then I'll let Glass know y'all's is ready, and we'll get y'all mounted up. Y'all want to travel? I think y'all said you was going to travel with him, so I think we can probably get about 2 or 3 of y'all on backs. What about the rest of? I mean, there's, I guess 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Oh well, I guess since you're missing that other guy, I guess we could all ride on back of Salamanders if you want. Is he meeting up with us later, or?
No, he's gone.
Right. Well, sorry to hear that. Well, I'll get you the rest of y'all situated up, and we'll get headed out of here about half an hour. Bill's got some food up for you in the top. Y'all want to grab something to eat? Sorry about your friend.
Thank you. We'll be there as soon as we can. Anything anybody needs to do this morning? Other than, the usual.
I will pull out the head and offer to.
Yeah, let's check out the gift.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Pull it out of the bag.
Who's identifying it?
Propsy.
Propsy
The
with
head.
the
Propsy,
Sunken head.
go ahead and look up Light Splitter.
Mm. I will obviously convey what the head tells me.
So, Auren, can you tell me anything of what those mean? And I'm pointing to his runes.
Not really.
You know nothing. You
Nope.
know nothing. Just like what?
I just always had them since I was a baby. I don't know how I got them. I don't know what they mean. Don't really know what they do. I guess I sort of know what they do, but not really.
Can you make them do things, or do they just do things?
No, they just do whatever they were meant to do. I don't have any control over them.
That seems useless. Do they feel funny? Do they
Don't really
like when they
feel like
do
anything.
stuff?
No. I mean, I am missing a lot of them now. I believe the only ones I have left were on my chest.
Just doing one of those like grabbing the edge of his shirt, like, huh? So, can you make more?
I didn't make these. I don't know how.
Well, neither did I.
Oh, I don't know what you made.
Neither do I. We could try.
Maybe.
Can we please stop messing with things that could hurt people?
They obviously didn't hurt him.
Hey, Minnie, you want to drink my potion?
What potions?
The potion I made.
What potion did you make?
I don't know.
Roxy
Is it
just
gonna-
has her head in her hands.
Is it gonna hurt me?
You guys are
Big,
getting
shiny blue-
loaded up by Kip, and he's like, I'm not sure just because you put stuff in a vial makes it a potion.
Oh no, it's definitely a potion.
Well, color
Hey,
me wrong.
Kip,
It's
you want to
very
try the potion?
mysterious.
You know, back when money was a thing, I would have said there was an amount that I could be paid to do such, but as of the way we have been living in this current climate, nah, I don't think that's a good idea for me.
Okay, Grim.
Yeah.
What do you think the potion does?
I don't know. It's got a lot of cool things in it. It might turn you into a zombie. I don't know.
I'm not sure I remember what's in this potion, so I don't even
I have
know
it.
what it
I
does.
have it noted.
Oh, okay.
It's annotated.
So, as appealing as being a zombie is, I think I have some other things I want to do.
Just an example.
That was the only example you gave me. You
I
said there was.
remember what I put in.
You said zombie. You didn't say like I could grow wings.
It could turn you into a zombie. No list.
So it has seawater, mysterious plants that glowed a little, and blue zombie ichor from the temple.
Mm-hmm. And once you roll on your potion
I think I
making,
rolled pretty well.
yeah. Okay.
Still a nonsense potion.
It is still a nonsense potion.
What do you have it out? Like, what color is it?
It's aquamarine and glowing. Definitely do something.
Do you want me to hold on to it and drink it later?
He
Oh,
shouts
I'll
rations
hold on,
for the
though. We
next
can-
couple
we can-
days.
You can drink it later. It's fine.
Ration for the next couple days. Here's some extra towels in case he throws up on one of them. Y'all just need another one.
Maybe we split it and we just both drink it and see what happens. That way, you don't have to do it by yourself.
If we don't die, go and get this stuff out of the crashed boat. Deal.
We'll have the bird stand by with a way to restore us. It's fine.
Nothing could go wrong.
Science.
Best way to learn is to do.
All right. So, as you guys have this conversation and get your things packed together, see another individual comes to meet you, another one you're familiar with, sort of in like a parka with like black wrappings covering all of his skin. Glass approaches you all and says, "If you're all ready, we can head out anytime."
Ready.
Let's mount up. You guys follow him on a sort of long trudge, climbing up towards the captain's quarters, and then before actually going into his space, he says, "Hey," and you guys head a little ways off to the side, and you see that there's actually a spot where they have carved into the ice. You begin heading through that, and there's a small tunnel that leads back. And you find yourself almost in a little stable area within the ice. There's cages along the walls and lots of fish in the area. And you can see that there are these ice salamanders that are being mounted up, and that there is a sort of hatch that can lower and close. leading up to what you assume is the shelf. I say, all right, you two, get on the back of mine. And he points to Seti and Bropsy. You're the smallest.
What?
You, big one each, right with our two boys. Wait, that would be if the captain was there. Yeah, captain's there, sure. He's like, right with their two boys. Sorry, not right with me, right with Glass. And all of you, good luck up there, be safe. It's 3 days just to get there, another 3 back. And you're looking to get these Zeph right, and you best be doing it safely. I want no casualties. You heard me, Glass? Aye, Captain. I'll do as you say. You only die once, right? And as the comes down,
Actually,
you guys each have 15 tokens. You should mark that down.
Yes.
I looked up that item, by the way. Pretty cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's it do?
A lot.
A lot.
Sure, we'll talk about it after the session. You mount up?
So, you mount up, and as the breeze hits you, the cold, the cursed cold that you haven't felt in 24 hours, you mount up and you begin to rise up from this safe haven onto the shelf. And as the cold bites and greets you, you bundle up. Feel any tears you might have freeze to your cheeks as you begin heading into the unknown. And that's we'll end our session for the night. Thanks so much, guys, for hanging out. That was an intense session. I have fun.
A lot going on.
There's a lot going on. But the most important thing is you guys just lost your handicap.
Our identifier.
You guys lost your training wheels.
Fireballer.
That will never get me, drummer.
Most importantly, I made a magic bone. Come on.
He said that he would see you again when you reach the Nexus.
Who knows when that?
Coward.
Yeah.
Can't make a problem
Exactly.
and then just run away from it.
I
That's
have
exactly what he
so
is.
many more fucking questions. Going to interrogate that motherfucker.
That's why he was recalled, is so you couldn't ask them.
Asshole.
I would have asked any question she asked before she said that she was going to bed and leaving him there. And then he, like all cowards who are too afraid to talk to the girl they like, went and had an emo sculpty dance in the middle of the fucking cursed ice flows and sculpted a damn sculpture of her that disappeared in the night like an edgelord.
But he did it in style.
I mean, it's something that I would have done back in my young days.
Yeah. He once
Hey,
walked like,
maybe-
what, 6 miles barefoot just to come see me at my house?
Oh.
Like
At 6
down
in the morning.
major
Why?
highways
Why barefoot?
At 6 in the morning.
at 6 in the morning.
Carrying golf clubs. Well, not just golf clubs. I was a weird fucking kid.
I think, yeah, he was like hitting golf balls on the way
Yeah.
to like keep
I had-
himself entertained. Jesus Christ. This is what ADHD does to you, folks.
It's a real thing, guys. So thanks so much for hanging out, guys. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. Love you, and remember, we did it for the rolls.